guys, before we get started with this video, I would just like to say if you're enjoying my content, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and give that notification bell a big ol' smack for me. It helps the channel out a lot. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video. Good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, whatever the time is for you right now, folks, and welcome back to Reading Your Comments. This is the 8th edition to this series. If you haven't seen the other 7 episodes, make sure to check them out. As you can probably imagine, in this series, we read comments. Well, I read comments, you guys make the comments. So I went through the last few videos, and I went through the comment sections of those videos, and screenshotted my favorite comments to put on here to react to. I also went to Prison Life and recorded myself absolutely sucking at the game to get something to put on screen. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Anyone else sad that the Discord server link is invalid? Like Barney, I'm just trying to join the Discord. It doesn't exist anymore. Thank you to the person who responded to that comment saying it's gone. I don't know how many times I have to tell people that the Discord server is gone. It's not around anymore. It hasn't been for 6 months. It's become a meme at this point because it's like every single video someone asks me, where's the Discord server? Where's the Discord server? Where's the Discord server? And you might be saying, well, Barney, why don't you just take the invite out of the description? Well, because I'm too lazy. All the descriptions are set by default. So it basically means like I tell YouTube what to set every description as, and it just does that automatically for every description. So I could go back and change it, but like I said, I'm lazy. This is the price I have to pay for it. Last night, I went into Frappe and someone was pretending to be a vending machine and was pretending to give people snacks. And I went in front of a bunch of admins and said, man, it's amazing that a vending machine treats the customers better than the admins. The admins were triggered. That is an amazing story. You know, the vending machine outfit is so common among trollers. Not as much as it used to be, but it used to be really common. And yeah, that definitely sounds like something the admins would get triggered over. Not gonna lie. Anyone wonder why Barney private messages the barista? Just so the MRHRs don't see it and harass him immediately. Jeez, you guys are answering my questions for me today. Yeah, that's why I do it. If you notice on the text box, for those who are unaware, I almost always whisper the baristas I talk to. Now, the admins can still see it in chat logs, regardless of whether or not I whisper it. So that won't stop them from looking in the chat logs to see it, but what it will stop the admins from seeing is the text bubble that appears above my head. So if I whisper to the barista, then the only people who are going to see the text bubble on top of my head is me and the person that I'm whispering to. So it helps to delay the admins. It doesn't stop them, but it helps to delay them so that the trolling can go on longer before they figure out what's going on. If you want to know how to whisper to someone, just do /W and then space, and then type in the username of the person you want to whisper to. When their name turns purple, then that means that you are now whispering to them. You don't even have to type their full username. It will turn purple before you even finish. I was eating while watching this, and I was trying to hold the food in my mouth. Jeez, how many disclaimers do I have to put in the beginning of my videos? First, it's the, you know, the COPPA thing, where it says, you know, this is not directed to children, it's for all audiences. And then it's please do not send hate to anybody. Now do I have to add a third thing that says please watch what you eat? Or something? I don't know, like choking, this video is a choking hazard? I don't know, is there some new disclaimer I have to put on here or something? I don't know. The hey guys always wakes me up. Well, I have a question for you, my friend. Are you sleeping and you're waking up from it? Or do you mean like you were tired and then when I go, hey guys, it wakes you up from being tired? If you're sleeping, and you're watching my videos, ow, my feelings. If you're tired, get more sleep. And anyway, on a serious note, I have thought about getting a new clip to promote, you know, subscribing and leaving likes, because everyone seems to think that the one that's here right now is too loud. Plus, it's been on here for over a year, so maybe it is time to get a new one. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. How would you greet a customer? I would greet, you have no right to be existing at this pixelated aesthetic cafe. I will now blacklist you for not being aesthetic and not smelling good. I feel like that was posted on the Fizzy Interviews one. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that's how it feels sometimes when I go to these interviews. I mean, last time when I went there, they blacklisted me mid-video. Did you guys see that when I was at the Fizzy Interviews? And then all of a sudden, my alt got blacklisted from the game. That was so funny. So I wasn't just kicked, I was blacklisted from being interviewed again. I mean, it didn't matter. I have a million other alts, but still, it was just funny that it happened mid-video. We legit have probably thousands of English words we don't even use because they're too fancy. He knows too much. Execute Order 66 on him. Just him. Just him. We're not doing it on all the Jedi just yet. Just on him. He knows too much. Anyway, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I really wouldn't doubt it, but cafe workers will find them. They'll dig back in all the dictionaries in existence to find fancy words to put into their greetings because they think it makes them look smart when it really makes them look extremely weird because no one talks like that. No one. Where can I submit fan art? Good question. If you would like to send me fan art, or if you'd just like to send me something in general, you can send it to me on Twitter by tweeting at me at BarneyHunter12 on Twitter, or twitter.com/BarneyHunter12 as you can see on your screen. It's so much better when Barney uses his voice in trolling videos. I have thought about doing more commentary-based trolling videos as opposed to the Green Lego Cat style where it's just, you know, sped up footage with music on it. But I would like to hear what you guys think. What version do you guys like better? The versions where it's commentary, like Flamingo, or would you prefer where it's Green Lego Cat style, where it's just sped up gameplay with music? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Your content never fails to make my day. I'm sorry I have to do this, but I really have the sudden urge to.
Correction. Your.
Uh-oh, guys, I think that person's turning into a Frappe admin. No, I will admit, that one is one thing that kind of is a big thing for me. Like, when people don't use the right your, that will kind of be a little cringy to me. Just a little. Like, it's not one of those things that really bothers me, like how baristas use fancy words in their greetings. Although that doesn't really bother me. It's just something that more so I cringe at. But either way, you guys know what I mean. It's not like a huge thing. It's just something I notice. Let's just put it that way. And that's a very common thing people do on Roblox. They don't use the right your. I went into Bloxton a while ago around the time of Halloween, and like 5 people were doing a costume contest. I made my character small, clipped into the trash can, and I said, "I'm Bloxton for Halloween," and an admin banned me. That is also an amazing story. They actually banned you for that? I could see why the admins would be mad at you for doing something like that, but actually banning you for that? I have to admit, I'm surprised about that, but that just goes to show this is Bloxton that we're talking about here, the extremely salty hotel group. I have no problems with Bloxton, like, personally. It's just I've noticed they have some salt problems. Like, hey, Bloxton, if you're watching this, tone down with the anger problems, okay? I don't think that was proper English, but you know what I mean. You know, get some anger management or something. It's a bit of a problem. Where do you get the background music? I'm a small YouTuber looking for some non-copyright music myself. This is a good question, and I actually already answered this one in the previous episode of this series, Reading Your Comments 7. So if you want to see the answer to this question, go to Reading Your Comments 7 and skip to exactly 5 minutes in. Got that? Exactly 5 minutes. Reading Your Comments 7. Anyways, let's get on to the next one. LMAO, I was the mod who kicked you. This was super funny seeing this from a troller's point of view. Have a good day. When you're the second girl in this video. Haha, it is funny for people to come up to me and greet me as a mustache girl. I always find it interesting when the people that I troll actually find the video and leave comments about it. Sometimes they're not happy about it, but most of the time they're pretty chill about it. But a lot of times what ends up happening is people will reply to the comment and be like, "Oh, why are you working there? You're bad," or something like that. And it's like, come on, man. There's no reason to, like, leave nasty comments to people just because they're in a group, man. Like, just because we might find it boring to work at a cafe doesn't mean that someone else might not, you know? If working there is what makes them happy and they're not hurting anyone and they're not abusing their power or anything, then more power to them. I said as long as they're not abusing power, and I said more power to them. But you know what I mean. You know what I was trying to say, alright? Google is the most searched word on Bing. Uh-oh, this one knows too much too. Execute Order 66 on this one as well. He knows too much. He might have the potential to become smarter than any of us. He's figuring out stuff like this already? Man, execute him. Execute him. Execute him now. I love Barney's laugh. Thanks, I think. You know, I've been told many times that I have a very weird and unique laugh. And, you know, I could definitely see, well, hear that. Because from listening to myself laugh over and over again, from editing my own videos, yeah, I can safely say my laugh is a bit weird. But, hey, at least I'm having fun. Hey man, I'm first! Wow! Notice how many replies there were to that comment. A lot of times I've noticed when people say they're the first to comment, people send that person hate. Not all the time, but that happens sometimes, and I really don't understand why. Because it's like, okay, they left a comment saying they were the first to comment. Sometimes even when they're not the first to comment, so what's so bad about that? I've seen that so many times, and I'm like, bro, why? Why are you guys causing fights over this? It's just a YouTube comment. That's all it is. That's nothing to fight over, man. Like, let's not look for reasons to cause problems with each other, alright? We are one community, alright? Let's try to get along. Hey, while I do troll sometimes, I like watching these videos. I have a relatively serious question. Why are you trolling people? Just because they are trying to innocently roleplay in a cafe group doesn't mean they deserve to be trolled at repeatedly. Edit. This is quite a funny war in the replies. Beware. Just wanted to raise the topic. It's not like I'm pro-cafe. In fact, not at all. I troll at many cafes that they are scummy. That's another thing. Whenever somebody, well, maybe not whenever, but a lot of times, when someone comes in as a worker, or someone who is pro-cafes, or someone who asks, like, why do people troll, a lot of times people will send hate to that person as well. Like, listen, I understand that trollers and cafe workers have a rivalry, like, because, you know, it's kind of the nature of our relationship with cafe workers. Like, we troll them. They don't like it. They ban us. We don't like being banned, so that's what fuels the rivalry. So, but there's no reason to have it be a bitter rivalry. Like, why can't it be a friendly rivalry? Like how players are in sports, right? Like, they're not on the same team. They do work against one another, but they respect each other. You know, it's not that they have any personal beef with each other. Like, that does happen sometimes in sports. But generally speaking, in sports, it's a friendly rivalry. They might not be on the same team, but it's a friendly rivalry. Why can't we have that kind of a relationship with cafe admins? Not a kind of relationship where it's like, you're either with us or against us. You know what I mean? Like, people can be good people as cafe workers. And same thing applies to trolls as well. Like, I'm a troll, 100%. You'll never see me working at a cafe unless I'm trolling as a worker. But at the same time, I'm not going to just blindly hate someone just because they work at a cafe. I might have been that way before, but I'm not anymore because I've come to realize that's just an incredibly foolish way to think. And I'm sorry if I offended anybody by saying that, because there's probably some people who think that way that are watching this video, but you can't think that way, man, because whether or not you work at a pixelated cafe does not define whether you're a good person or not. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is, alright? If somebody wants to work at a pixelated cafe and they're not hurting anybody and they're not abusing their power, then what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that, man? I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Sure, we might find it cringeworthy. They may do things that are cringeworthy sometimes, but is that really that bad? Is that really that bad? At the end of the day, what harm is that causing you? And what harm is that causing to others? Alright? I mean, chances are, when these people get older, they're probably not going to work at these pixelated cafes anymore, and will probably find it just as cringy as we did. I mean, that's just probably what's going to happen. They'll end up growing out of it, and that'll be that. So, it's I just wanted to get that point out there. Like, there's no reason to send hate to someone just because they work at a cafe, man. If they're bad people, then just avoid them altogether, man. Like, there's no reason to send hate to people, alright? That's the bottom line. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and to subscribe. And if you want a chance to be featured in the next Reading Your Comments video, Reading Your Comments 9, then, well, read a comment. Read a comment? No, that's what I do. Leave a comment, and maybe it will be featured in Reading Your Comments 9. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and make sure to follow me on Twitter as well, twitter.com/BarneyHunter12. And I'll see you guys next time. That was a nice voice crack.